everybody. Tonia Reeves here, connecting at home at Sunday Creek. Welcome, everybody, and thank you for tuning in. Really excited for today's show. Already had some spirit messages already from my caller, which is pretty cool. So if you haven't seen my show before, my name is Tonia Reeves. I'm based in Victoria, Australia, and I live on 100 acres here in a little place called Sunday Creek. So it's a little small area, but we love it. It's pretty peaceful here, and I've got my horses and a few dogs. What else? With cows. I had to think there for a minute, keep track of everything. So, yeah, it's summer here, so we're enjoying the sunshine and, really embracing before we go into our autumn. So a little bit opposite to you guys in the US. So it's it's afternoon here. So I know over there it's sort of around 10:30 at night. So welcome, everybody, and especially those from the UK as well. So I don't want to forget anyone. UK, Canada, US, often get calls from all of those areas. So g'day, everybody, and thanks for taking your time to connect with me today. And I really am excited. Every week I get to be excited and join you and look forward to making connections. So I'll be doing a reading today. With my readings, I'm going to actually utilize my cards. So my card deck is a mediumship card deck that I created back in 2020 when, when everything turned to a bit of a crappy time. So I decided to make hay while the sun wasn't shining, really. So, yeah, the cards were born throughout that time. So it's great to be able to get creative. I created the artwork myself. So with these cards, there's 45 message cards and there's 10 main cards. Now, the 10 main cards are what make this deck unique. We've got grandmother, we've got grandfather, we've got mum and dad, we've got son and daughter, we've got pets, you name it, your soulmate. Any of those 10 cards can represent, that specific person that you really want to connect in with. So usually you can, if you have specifically someone you want to connect with, so like it might be you want to connect with dad, you pull the father card out, sit that down, then you shuffle the messages and you can find, you'll find that the messages that come up are really relevant. And the feedback from the cards so far has been really amazing. I feel really blessed and honoured to be able to publish them through Animal Dreaming here in Australia. So they're available at Animal Dreaming. They are available on my website, thecowgirlmedium.com, for those over here in Oz. For the rest of the world, we've got Amazon and Booktopia, I believe, as well. So you can look them up there, Tonia Reeves Mediumship Card Deck. So it's heartfelt messages from your loved ones in the spirit world. And I designed these specifically for those wanting to connect with your loved ones in the spirit world. And it might be that, the grief is feeling really strong for you. And, we hear all the time about people connecting with their loved ones in the spirit world. But sometimes we, tend to go through periods where we feel they're not around. So the card deck is designed to just give you that little bit of an extra tool to connect in with your loved ones, because, obviously I know they're around. I pick them up through readings and get to communicate with them, and you can do that as well. And that's kind of why I created the deck. So I want everyone to really feel that they, you might not be a medium, as per se, for work, but you can certainly, there's nothing stopping you connecting to your loved ones. And to me, grief and loss is one of our biggest challenges as humans in this lifetime. And if I can help in a tiny way, creating a deck that does help with that connection, then I'm really rapt about that. So the feedback's been amazing with people utilising them already. So they're sort of everywhere around in the world at the moment. So I'm really excited. If you've bought a deck, I'd love to hear feedback. Always you can message me, Australia's Cowgirl Medium, on Instagram and Facebook, and like my website is thecowgirlmedium.com. So I love to get feedback. And when you create something and put so much of your heart and soul, as well as what you do, what you're passionate about doing as well, it really is that confirmation from the feedback is really awesome. So I just like to say that, because sometimes we forget, and it is how it goes. So I've got Jennifer in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So they're like going to go Oklahoma. I can't talk today.
Hello.
But how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. That was funny. I actually had Spirit come in before you came on today, and it was really interesting. I'll just share a couple of things that came through. First of all, there was love. So there's something around love connections for you, and also a direction change. So I felt like there's you've been traveling along the same path for a while, but it's time for a change. And as scary as that might be, it's like your spiritual team are going, you've got this, and it's time to take the plunge. So does that resonate with you?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. I also I felt like the name Amanda was relevant, not necessarily somebody that's passed, but maybe somebody that's around you or coming in. And they were also showing me going over water, so some kind of travel. And I'm not sure how you guys are over there with travel. We've sort of opened up a bit here in Australia, but there's something about going over water for you, so possibly around this change.
Okay. Yeah, I need it.
Yeah, you've done with. It's like I want to say you put things to bed that have needed to be, so it's time to embrace that change. I do want to say, can I ask, is Dad in spirit? Because I've got a male stepping in strongly. He feels very fatherly to you.
Yeah, it could be my grandpa. But I have my brother there, and my kid's father too.
Okay, so you've got grandfather, you've got brother. Okay, well let me have a look. He felt fatherly, he felt like his energy was guide you, and it felt like very much nurturing you at this time. So it's almost like you've been through a lot, but I want to say that they're there stepping up for you. With your brother, is the number 44, does that fit around him? Okay, beautiful. Does the number 44 connect around your brother, Julie? Because I'm just showing
her. I'm sorry, hon. I lost you on the phone for a second, so I didn't hear.
That's all right. With your brother, is the number 44 relevant somewhere? Because I felt like this spirit coming through, there was a relevance to number 44 and looking out for your back. So sometimes with numbers you might not place it straight away, but I feel like the 44 is relevant.
Okay, I'll look for that because, yeah.
Yeah, look for the 44. It's like 2 4s. So 4s are angelic numbers as well. With your brother, I feel like with his connection, there's something about I was here and then I was gone fairly quickly. So I feel like with his passing, it was quite sudden. Yeah, so it's like a little bit, there's a little bit of unexpected. So almost like he just is explaining he found himself over there, like, here 1 minute and then he showed me I was gone the next, and possibly didn't have that understanding of what it would be like. So it's like he's at peace now, is what he does want to bring through. But I do feel like he also is showing me that he does connect in with you. So, and I do feel like with him, there's an aspect of sorry that he wants me to give to you, and it's almost like specifically for you, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it's, you know what that's referring to. I'm just pulling a card from my because he is saying, I'm surrounded by loving family up here, including the annoying ones. It's quite a funny card to pick. But I do feel like he's a bit of a character, so that kind of fits that he would be saying that. So I feel a little bit like, it's like family could be annoying, and he wasn't a big, like he was all about the adventure and following his own path. So I do feel like he was a bit away from the family possibly. Like it's not like I don't feel like family was everything to him. It was like, I had family, but I was off doing my own thing. So he did, even though his life was cut short, he did a lot. He did a lot. So, and he does want to acknowledge that you connect with him. So I feel like, do you go for a walk sometimes and you have a conversation with him, because he's showing me that he's aware that you speak to him?
Yeah, my daughter passed last year, and I've been really connecting with spirit. So,
Her. Okay, awesome. So having all of these in the spirit world. So, okay, let me see. So was your, with your daughter, was that an illness around her, or there was something around her happening at that time when she passed? Let me see.
I'm sorry. Okay.
With your daughter that's passed, was there an illness around her? I feel like there's something around. I couldn't not breathing properly. I just want to make sure that that's who I've got coming through, because you have got a few up there in the spirit world, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do feel like there's an aspect of her coming through gently and softly. So I feel a little bit like that might have been her in life. She's a little bit hesitant to come through, almost. Not that she doesn't connect with you, but in a public forum, it's kind of like not her thing. So it's like she's sitting in the background here. And that's kind of why she's let the others come through first. A gorgeous, sensitive soul is what I want to say around her. And she acknowledges the connection that you and her had. You know, like she said, my mum was special, and my mum made me feel special, is what she's showing me. So it's important that you know that. She's also showing me hearts. Pink hearts around for her. So it's like she's giving me, I don't know whether they were something that she had in her room or there was something, but it's like I have to go to the colour pink, and, you know, I feel like she's drawing me a heart. So that's something in connection. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it,
Yeah, so know that she's around. It's almost like she's in the spirit world to guide you. So she's going to help you navigate this. And it's like, Mum, you need to say yes for you. It's very important that message is it's time for you now. And she won't let you feel like you're on your own. So it's like, I want to say, she's taking your hand to say it's time for chapter 2 and your next journey.
Wow, that's what, wow.
Yeah. So we need you to say yes. Now, I'm going to run out of time, but you're welcome to message me on Australia's Cowgirl Medium, and I will continue on with some more messages from your daughter, just because it's important, and I don't want to cut short our call today. So shoot me a message.
Awesome. And, thank you.
Yeah, I'd love to connect with you. So thank you so much. I've run out of time, but I will be back next week. And Jennifer, touch base. I'd love to conclude that reading for you. So thank you. Thanks for ringing and calling in. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Signing off from here in Australia, and I'll see you same time, same place next week. Woohoo!